well-designed, well-built piece of craftsman-style furniture holds a certain appeal for a lot of woodworkers, myself included. But the thing is, this particular project, I'm just not sure what to call it or where it belongs. It seems like it's 50% dresser, 50% wardrobe, 50% bucket list item. I know that it's something that I want to build for my home. But is this something that we can build in a single 30-minute episode? No. We're going to spread this out over 2 episodes. That way we can get into the inside story so that you can learn what it takes to build a project like this for your own home. In today's episode, we're going to focus on building the main case and top of the project. You'll learn table saw techniques and router techniques that you can apply to a wide variety of projects. It's all coming now on The Woodsmith Shop. Chris, when it comes to craftsman-style projects, this one seems to hit all the right notes.
It certainly does. This project was inspired by a Gustav Stickley piece, so it's got strong arts and crafts heritage. Now, a few of the things that give it that arts and crafts feel are this broad overhanging top of 5/4 wide oak, heavy iron hardware, the use of these frame-in panels, and look at this 4-square detail here. All these things combine to make it a real arts and crafts piece.
It's got a lot of presence to it too. So what are we calling this project?
We're calling it a gentleman's dresser, but this handsome piece will fit in any room of your home.
What I think I like about it, in addition to its styling, is the variety of storage features that we have going on with it.
Up top we have this large, generously deep drawer. And inside the cabinet we have these wonderful pull-out trays and quite a few shelves. So a lot of room and a lot of storage.
Now, in addition to the detailing, the storage that's going on here, I think a lot of woodworkers are attracted to arts and crafts style pieces because on the surface they seem pretty simple and straightforward. There's no heavy sculpting, not a lot of curves, but there's more going on here than what meets the eye.
Absolutely. This is a woodworker's project. We've got lots of glue-ups with these large panels in the shelves, all of the frame and panel components. We've got some wonderful details such as these little windows here and these faux through mortise and tenon joints. So lots of things to be doing if you're a woodworker and you enjoy this style of furniture.
So I think what we're going to do is we're going to get things started here by making the frame and panel sides. But if you'd like to build this project yourself, you'll find step-by-step plans on our website, woodsmithshop.com. Chris, I think it's time to go to the table saw.
I think so.
A big project like this gentleman's dresser can fool you into thinking that it's really complex. But the truth of the matter is there's actually just a few woodworking techniques that you'll need to master in order to build a project that looks this great. One of those, and the first one we're going to talk about, is frame and panel construction like you see on the sides of the case, as well as the doors. And you'll also use the same construction for a couple of dividers on the inside. Now these pieces are all joined together with stub tenon and groove joinery, and what's one of our favorite techniques because of how easy it is to make. What you'll do is cut a groove on the inside of all the stiles as well as the rails, and that's to house the panel that's in the middle. In addition, that groove will also house some stub tenons that you form on the ends of the rails. And best of all, it can take place entirely at the table saw. Before getting into the actual joinery process, there are some prep steps that I want to talk about. And the first is planing all of your parts to thickness. Now they all need to be the same thickness in order for the grooves and the stub tenons to be sized consistently and the joints to go together right. Then you want to cut your matching rails and stiles to the exact same length. That way each of the assemblies, whether it's the side or the doors, are going to be square when you glue everything up. Finally, you want to plane the panel to its final thickness because it's the thickness of that panel that drives the size of the joinery. Now I have a section of one of the panels here, and our panel is going to be 3/8 of an inch thick. The first step in cutting the joinery is cutting a groove on the inside edge of all the parts. But I'm going to cut that groove using a 1/4 inch dado blade. To make the groove wider, what I'll do is run the workpiece across the blade, Then I'll turn it around end for end and make a second pass across the blade. This widens the groove a little bit and perfectly centers it on the workpiece, which makes it easier to cut the stub tenons.